Hi guys, I hope you're well. Welcome to another YouTube Think Big Baby Entrepreneurs video. Today I wanted to talk about listening. Now, obviously you're doing it now, but how many of you actually really think about the listening technique? What's your listening strategy? Now, the reason why I'm talking about a listening strategy, I was at a recent networking event and it was really clear when the presenter was talking, looking around the room, what people were actually doing. Now, I would say that 50% of the people were on their phones. I don't know if they were tweeting, if they were bored of the presentation. The remaining 50%, I would say, were actively engaged with the presenter. And I mean actively engaged in the sense that she was asking them questions, people were raising their hands, and it was a two-way conversation. It was two-way conversational as opposed to one-way directional. Now, what's your listening strategy? Now, whether you're a solo entrepreneur, a bedroom entrepreneur, a small business, a large organization, it's really important to understand what your customers are doing. Now, I think it was last week, it was Twitter's birthday. In fact, it might have been this week, depending on when you listen or watch this video. So Twitter are 5 years old, or were 5 years, because I was going to be past tense. Now, as a short form content platform or delivery platform for allowing you to send short form messages, 140 characters, it's really key to get that message across to people. Now, what one of the audience members said to me afterwards was, well, it's all very well broadcasting your comments, broadcasting your tweets, broadcasting your brand's opinions, but what if nobody's listening? And he really hit on an interesting point there. And in order to combat that, you really need to have a listening strategy. So there are 4 things I think are really important in terms of your listening strategy and how you go about doing that. First of all, it's the metrics. So how are you actually measuring the conversation? What are you doing in terms of understanding what your users are talking about, whether it's talking about brand, whether it's talking about sort of customer service? What are the metrics? The first thing. Second thing is the actual conversation itself, looking at the actual commentary. You know, what are people actually talking about? The third thing is the retention aspect. So what are you doing with that conversation information? What are your users doing when they speak to you? What are the users doing as they talk to you? It's really important for you to understand the user journey. So after you've got all these metrics, after you're looking at the conversation, what are you doing with that data? So utilizing the data in the form of a frequency update. So is that an email? Is that in direct response? So what's your retention? And then finally, I think most importantly, is engagement. You know, listening is a two-way process, but it's also about sort of questioning as well. You ask any expert salesperson, and he or she will know that the biggest key to understanding a client or customer's needs is questions. So ask questions of your customers by engaging with them, understanding what they're about. Anyway, a short video in terms of asking, or hopefully at least telling or giving my opinion on what I think the 4 important aspects of a listening strategy are. What do you think? Tell me what you think your listening strategy is. Are there better ways of engaging with your customers? Let us know. We always love your feedback. Leave a comment below if you're watching this, and as always, subscribe to the channel as well. And I hope you're well. I hope you're enjoying the weekend coming up, and I'll speak to you very, very soon. Take care. Goodbye.